Hello, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder, Pat, trading partners, along with Bob Iacchino. So we've been talking about possibly getting the bigger pullback. Already covered Bitcoin and Ethereum in another video. Now let's take a look at Monero. Monero running up. This is pretty interesting. Stopping at our first level, 289, pulling back to the rotation zone on the 1 hour, to the top of the rotation zone on the 4 hour. Stopping dead on our next level, 295, pulling back again, hitting the 299 level, and then dropping like a rock. Now below the rotation zone, hit the full 37.5% retracement, which was also this key support level, bouncing back up, closing above the 50, catching on the 50, now turning back up. We now have the first cross rotation zone. So this really has to get above this rotation zone, and we'd really like to see it get above 281 before we're really interested again. Otherwise, we'll be watching for a bigger pullback. Also, now we can do the reverse scan box to see what the next levels are from here, and we'll break it up to here for the big levels. So we have the big and the minor levels. Let's switch over to daily first before we look at those. Okay, dipping into the rotation zone on the daily, you see right here, and you clearly see the divergence, which we pointed out before it happened. That's why we're saying it's a possibility for a bigger pullback, and we did get the bigger pullback, and we still may go. If we get back down below the 247, the major cluster here is right around the 50% level, which anywhere we have the hooking up 50, we have the rising 21, and we have the 200 simple, all in this vicinity. So watch for that. Now, next push higher, 305, 312, 316, 333 is the next major level. You also see we talked about this resistance coming in, and sellers came in just above that, and then it went down. So that's really what we're looking at. We're watching for it to hold, get back above the rotation zone on the 4 hour, and then we'll be interested going for the new highs. You should at least, hopefully, you raised some stops or took some off at the key clusters, and you're able to get some back on when we get a strong rotation back up. Checking in on Ripple. Ripple, our potential double top turned into a triple top, so these are not valid, so we're taking them off. Running back up, kept stalling out at our 0.9344 level, even though it poked above it. We watched for these key closes, key close on it. This was the high on it, key close on it, and then when went down, first key support coming in at the 50 and the 25% gain level, bouncing back up, first cross rotation zone, then spiking all the way down to 37.5% level, and now turning back up. But now we have the overhead resistance from the rotation zone. I'm going to move these levels up for the major levels, and then like we did on the other cryptos, if you've been watching a few of our videos, we're going to put the reverse scan box on. So overhead resistance, now we have this prior support level becoming resistance because price action is below it, and we have the first cross rotation zone. So we really need to see this get back above this 0.8764 level before we're interested. What I'd like to see is get it back above there, first cross and catch on the rotation zone, and then that's a nice entry higher. Otherwise, we have this resistance anywhere from 0.8419 to 0.857 area. So there's nothing we're doing yet until it can get some strength back in here. Let's switch over to that daily chart. You can still see there's a double top on the daily. Where it's sloppy though. We're just going to watch for these lower levels. If we spike back down below the 0.7557 level, right below that we have the cluster of the two moving averages, 0.7258 and 0.7331. So we can watch for a catch on the bottom of that and a strong rotation back up. Then the next key support below that, it might spike down, but we wouldn't want to close below the rotation zone. If it did spike down, it could spike down easily to this prior resistance becoming support and 0.69544, but then we'd want to close back in the rotation zone. Now, once we do get some kind of rotation higher or any other bottoming pattern, like a double bottom, a quick V reversal, a spike low, then we'll be watching for the new highs of 0.9929. Then we have a cluster of 102 to 103, and then the next major level is 10947. But again, we're waiting for the rotation up there. Now I can update this GAN levels too. You see, now this, sorry, I didn't do that before. The 0.5 level is 0.71. The next major area we'll be watching for is 0.77 right here, and right now we're just below the 8 EMA. What we want to definitely see, if is some strength come in and gets at least close above that 8 and preferably above the 25% retracement, because that'll show some strength coming back in here. So we have for Ripple and Monero, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.